Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Alex, and I'm here to go over some wrestling news and information. This is my very first video blog. To start things off, I want to talk about the 2010 Royal Rumble. The show opened up with Christian versus Ezekiel Jackson for the ECW Championship. Kind of surprised to say that this match was actually pretty decent. A solid opener for the show with Christian carrying Ezekiel throughout the match. Christian hitting the kill switch for the win, retaining the ECW title, which I predicted. Now, what I was hoping for was they were going to give the ECW title to Ezekiel tonight. Not tonight, but at the Royal Rumble, they were going to give him the ECW title, but no, I guess they're going to wait till a later date to do that, which I am hoping Christian moves on to SmackDown and hopefully maybe tag teaming with Edge for a little bit, and maybe give Christian the Money in the Bank if possible. But who knows? I mean, WWE switches things every time. So anyway, that's what I was hoping for. Maybe, who knows? It'll happen sooner or later. Christian will have to lose the belt. Speaking of which, they are changing the name to ECW to NXT. NXT standing for Next Generation. Kind of weird, but there's already an independent promotion that's already named NXT, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens. So anyway, back to the Royal Rumble. Next up we have Sheamus versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. I'm just going through them random order, so Randy Orton versus Sheamus. A classic heel versus heel matchup. We never get to see any heel versus heel or face versus face matchups anymore. I thought it was a pretty decent match, a pretty good match, with, of course, Legacy screwing things up for Orton and planting the seed for possible Orton versus DiBiase match at Mania, or maybe Cody Rhodes will probably be used in the match in some capacity, maybe making a triple threat or handicap match against Orton, with Orton being seen as the babyface at the moment. Hopefully they'll get things to where Orton will become a heel once again. The match ended with, of course, Cody Rhodes costing Orton the match by disqualification, then Orton attacking both Rhodes and DiBiase, and of course Sheamus hitting the bicycle kick right after Orton turned around. Next up we have the Women's Championship match. Michelle McCool against Mickie James. The whole Mickie James storyline, I'm glad it's over, because it's getting ridiculous. SmackDown's the SmackDown's women's division is pretty decent in terms of storylines. They're given time for the women to tell their matches, but still they have a lot of work to do. The match basically ended 20 seconds. Let's include not including the time Michelle McCool cut a promo. They showed the video package of the feud. So all in all, pretty worthless segment, the only bad portion of the show. And next up, the World Heavyweight Championship match between Undertaker and Rey Mysterio. Undertaker Mysterio, I wasn't really looking forward to this match at all. I honestly thought this was going to be a snooze fest, but of course WWE surprised us once again. Undertaker and Rey had an amazing good match, and at one point Undertaker started bleeding through the nose, which I honestly thought they were going to stop the match and clean Undertaker up, which they didn't, because I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, a little nosebleed, not that big. The match ended with Undertaker giving Rey Mysterio a last ride, sort of similar to the match they had on SmackDown. But this was a pretty good match. Pretty good main event. Oh, I also forgot. Excuse me, I forgot the United States Championship match. They had this unadvertised, sort of at the last minute. They threw in the U.S. title match, which was a pretty good match. Except I wanted them to hold this off until maybe a later date, maybe at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. But I thought it was a pretty decent match, which I don't understand why people started to boo MVP right after the match, because he laid out The Miz with the Playmaker, which I think is a dull move. Doesn't look like it hurts at all. But then again, this is WWE. What do you expect? Anyway, let's get to the Royal Rumble. The match of the night. The match started off with Dolph Ziggler and Evan Bourne. Then we got CM Punk eliminating both of them, and then cutting the straight edge promo, which I thought was pretty hilarious. JTG comes out, he gets eliminated quickly. CM Punk cuts another promo, blah blah, being straight edge, being better than everybody. Then Triple H comes out, basically beats him up for a little bit. You know, Triple H tosses him out sooner or later. Another surprising thing about the Rumble was Beth Phoenix being in the Rumble this year. Beth, of course, she eliminated Great Khali in a comedy spot, with Khali going for a kiss, and Beth Phoenix managed to eliminate Khali over the top rope. Then she managed to hit a clothesline on Punk, and Punk hit the GTS and eliminating Phoenix. All in all, pretty surprising moment. Funny moment nonetheless. Shawn Michaels came in. Shawn Michaels eliminated Triple H with a Sweet Chin Music. Cena came out and all that, but another surprising one was, okay, maybe it wasn't so surprising, but Edge comes out at number 29 right after Jericho came out at number 28. Edge gave everyone a spear, then he eliminated Jericho, planting the seed for him and Jericho at WrestleMania 26. And it all came down to Cena and Edge being the final two, which I honestly thought that Fruit Boy John Cena was honestly going to win it, but surprisingly enough, Edge won, which I'm happy about, and Edge will be headlining WrestleMania. WrestleMania 26 looks like it's going to be a pretty good show. I know, because I will be in attendance. Oh no, the Rumble was a pretty damn good pay-per-view. It was better than last year's Royal Rumble in my opinion, and I went to last year's Royal Rumble when it was in Detroit. Speaking of which, good news for all the WWE fans in Detroit. Extreme Rules might be moved to the Joe Louis Arena. And if that happens, we're getting tickets. Front row, nonetheless. I'm pretty sure it will happen. Like, California actually needs another fucking pay-per-view. They already have fucking SummerSlam. They got fucking SummerSlam every year fucking Los Angeles. Ugh. I'm telling you, if California gets fucking SummerSlam every year, I'm gonna be pissed about that. I really don't want to fucking drive all the way down to California just for a SummerSlam pay-per-view. Not gonna happen. Anyway, that's all the time I have for this week. I will see you next week.